Hello and welcome, my name is Lynx, and we are playing Spirit Sisters, Chapter 19, Spirit Flash. Let's continue. I can't. Silvia starts to pant out, her breath being taken away by the high altitude. She has no offensive capabilities. No reconnection to the spirits like her former. She's left at a loss in her current situation. The demon is making his attempts to cause misery and chaos. He shoots his green laser beam across various directions, destroying infrastructure and causing explosions on the streets. The city has truly been thrown into disarray. The people of the city have been subject to the demon's greed for far too long. The ensuing tendencies start to build within them through this chaotic event. The greed in turn making the demon stronger. All hope seems lost at the moment. Silvia is left with tears in her eyes, not seeing any hope in this dire situation. That is before her eyes draw up to the sky. What? The pair were already high up, reaching the height of the taller building in Tokyo. However, when she gazed up, she saw a glimmering blue light shining in the sky. Not only that, but it seems to be getting even closer. This arriving figure could have heard screaming out something! Let's go! Silvia was able to hear as the blue-haired warrior started screaming out the top of her lungs while striking a powerful kicking pose. Just a suggestion. Don't scream. Just do it quietly and smash the thing in the head. Rider kick! As if falling from the heavens, the spirit goddess had emerged, ready to end the coming conflict once and for all. She screamed out the moment her falling kick made contact with the gigantic demon's body. Okay, when it's the moment that you make contact, acceptable. The kick was powerful, strong, and elegant. She had long since mastered the form of the legendary technique used by her hero, Kamen Rider! The kick produces a super shockwave that elapses from the demon. It cries in shock and bewilderment. After receiving such a powerful blow, it had no choice but to let go of the sister which he was holding captive. Silvia, now free from the demon's grasp, finds herself falling to her doom from the heights she and the demon had reached. However... That's right. This is with what we call Spirit Sisters. That's right. Those two should be Spirit Sisters. Not that other useless thing that the death tries to force on us. Silvia, are you okay? Ah, Miss Wendy! How did she... It's the Phoenix. As her mind catches up to the recent events, she looks up in the fiery blue eyes of her savior. I think so. Thank you, Miss Wendy. Just Wendy is good. The girl says, putting the gun down. Whoa. Oh no. Before the woman's eyes, the green monstrosity radiated with an even brighter green aura. It gained a new ability through its metamorphosis. Its gigantic-sized body had started levitating from the floor. Oh boy. Its form rising even higher than the surrounding skyscrapers. Now, both on the ground, Wendy starts running away from her. Heading direction of the demonic mass of green. Wait, Miss Wendy! I said Wendy's fine. Sorry, also can't talk now. I just got my second wind. Gotta go beat the bad guy now. Oh, the second wind is so good. You guys know second wind? I mean, I guess... You probably I say you probably understand that. That's not really a case for everyone. I know what it is like to catch the second wind while doing sports, at least. Yeah. Because I played football, and yeah, I kind of was able to get that, sort of. I'm not sure how to exactly explain it, but yeah, I know what second wind is about. Then again, I also know what supposed zone is on about. It's actually easy to enter. Anywho. She says while running and quickly puts her hair back in a ponytail. Heck yeah.
Huh? Now let's see, how did I do that again?
Wendy ponders before momentarily leaping into the sky. A flashback insinuates. What did you do what again?
What's that about Shu?
Oh, you used that thing. Nice.
Yeah, Shu. It's the other main spirit. Shu are the spirits of the air. They told me it wasn't possible, but I was able to use those spirits to levitate.
You can fly?
Kind of. I call it flying with style.
I stole it from Toy Story!
Who cares?
I wonder if I could use that. Shu. Certainly ever taught me how to use Tefnut.
I hear Shu and Tefnut are interchangeable. Though I've never used Tefnut, to be honest. I'm sure you can use it. After all, you are a prodigy, aren't you?
I mean, I don't know about the prodigy, but she's a spirit goddess, so...
Well, now it's now or never. Lend me your aid, Shu!
God damn it. The guy is called Sheen. Now you're talking about shoes. Come on. Golden spirits illuminate around her, floating her up into the air once again. Before, Wendy had found herself in a difficult situation. Via contract with the Great Phoenix Spirit, she was able to recover from her injuries.
Told ya.
Upon recovering, she then subconsciously absorbed the spirits of Shu, boosting her to the skies. In this attempt, she was able to reach higher heights than the green monster, putting in the first steps to the ability of levitation or flight. Let's stick to levitation for now. If it's flight, she must be able to move in all directions. She shoots up to the sky, heading straight to the green monstrosity. Silvia is left in dust, viewing the blue heroine charging straight into battle.
How does she do it?
Silvia is left wondering, after viewing the girl take such an extensive blow and still going back to face off against the impending evil before her. The nun is left completely flabbergasted. She watched a lot of Kamen Rider. I was about to say anime, but yeah, I guess Kamen Rider in her case.
That woman, our Vanguard, she released a goddess.
Before she knows it, her heart has begun to pound as a scarlet blush overtakes her face.
No, more than that, she's a hero of legend.
With a blush that rivals Hibiki's, but who cares about that brat, Silvia is left to diverge in the chaotic nature of her newfound emotions.
That's right, she will become the spirit sister
of Wendy. The spirits surrounding the city follow a wide clouded nun in pursuit of the location of the most recent explosion. We don't need you here!
Why am I so out of shape?
Cause you don't work out, you dumbass.
I need to hurry! Hibiki has been running aimlessly.
That's narrator, sorry. Hibiki has been running aimlessly because she's dumb as hell throughout the city, the entire city, following the trail of battle dust.
Onesima, come on, I'm coming, just hang on!
Like you're literally not needed. You think you are some kind of support? Come on, don't kid yourself. Jesus Christ, useless piece of garbage. As Hibiki runs through the city, something above the buildings catches her eye. Wendy can feel her resolve shattering. Pathetic. Can we get the text? Can we, like, skip from this stupid face?
No! I have to keep going! I won't let her do this alone!
Why not? You're only going to get in the way. The girl can be seen continuing to run forward, unfortunately. Her determination soul-defying once again, even though she was useless as hell.
I'm coming, Onesima!
No one asked you to! Wendy, shooting to the sky, looks for a way to beat greed.
Damn it, what should I do?
Nice ask. The monster is progressively increasing in size, consuming the greed of various civilians in the city. The people in said city are causing chaos wherever they go, stealing and consuming their strongest desires from each other. I don't know, you know what? If you consider like the standard nature, kind of, and in general how, well, at least how we know it, how Japanese people are raised and so on, I wouldn't say that the scene of green would have a, like, huge chance to truly develop over there. Honestly, I feel like, obviously, if you want, you know, hey, scene of greed, if you hear me, here is a hint for you. If you want to get your true form, just go to America, man. United States. That's definitely the best place for the scene of greed to grow into power. Or Vatican. just, you know, be around churches, I guess. For she's not affected by the scene's influence any longer, Wendy can still hear it, the calamity spreading through her hometown. The monster, feeling the guard's presence, releases more beams of energy from its body. Okay, so I assume she's actually able to fly, because, well, if she was only going upwards, she would not be in that pose.
Damn, this thing doesn't know when to give up.
I bet he's thinking the same thing. Wendy says before doing a twirling spin kick up to the sky. The spirit surrounding her gave her a much needed boost. Her elbow comes in contact with the green beast, sinking it up further into the sky. Oh yeah, how about trying to beat this scene of greed into the sky far enough so it leaves the atmosphere? Shoot it up into the space. She uses this opportunity to gather some distance from the demon, trying her best to come up with her next course of action. The demon, on the other hand, was only now just recovering from the girl's powerful blow and had begun his lashing rampage again. More beams of energy burst out, hitting stores, buildings, and trains, causing mass destruction. A few aim at Wendy, forcing her to twirl and evade in the sky.
Damn it! Think, Wendy, think! I could stop to retrieve my sword, but I can't just leave greed like this.
Can't? Okay. Here is an idea. How about trying to, like, call for the swords to come to you? Can't you do that? Hello? Or ask the spirits to bring it to you? Just saying. It's kind of funny, but because of like watching anime and playing games, you kind of have those ideas that would help you so much in fights like that.
I'm at my wit's end here.
Soaring to the skies, Wendy looks over her shoulder to see two children fighting over what seems to be a superhero toy and are still left in a position that leaves them susceptible to an incoming attack. Oh my god, girl, you can't get distracted like that. She then looks up ahead to see a large green energy beam heading her way, but just as she's about to evade, it zooms right past her. As she had feared, one of these lasers made its way over to the kids.
Oh no!
Using all her might, Wendy twirls around and dashes straight towards the direction of the kids. Oh, it's 2D, okay. Alright, I'll be honest, I wouldn't do that in this situation. forcing Wendy to spin around in the air towards the children's direction, taking the blow in their stead. I guess she has this weird I need to protect children thing. I wouldn't have that. It's kind of funny. I would definitely not be a hero with the powers. Cause I don't have the feel of, oh, I need to protect everyone kind of thing. It feels like if you want to protect everyone, you want to protect anyone. Kind of. I always get that kind of feeling, to be honest. Just protecting who you care about is, I would say, good enough. Anyway, viewing the girl in front of them get injured in their stead, the two boys stamp out the greedy trance.
Oh, nation!
They both scream at Wendy, attempt to take a moment to heal from the pain of the blast. She turns back at the children.
I'm okay. You two stop fighting with each other and learn to share, okay? Now, go find your mommy or something.
The boys were astonished by what the girl just said, but decided to just give her a nut and run back to safety. They got out of the influence of greed pretty easily, didn't they? There must be some talent in them. Wendy looks back at the giant green monster floating in the sky, gripping her arm as she feels her regenerative abilities reaching their limit.
There is a limit?
But what? With the Phoenix Spirit, a limit?
What? Damn it, things are looking pretty bad. Huh. How am I gonna...
And of course, we will have to be forced with the sudden appearance of... Oh, wait.
My little lady. Never forget, spirits are everywhere. In the air, in the moisture, even within other people. As long as you heighten your connection, you have the ability to reach anyone and everything through the spirits. Your only limitation is your imagination. Try your best, little lady.
Huh. Seth might be a villain, but I guess he taught her well in general. The blue spirits swarm across her. She focuses on her mind, feeling her spiritual connection has risen once again. This time she's able to extend her spirit's radar across the majority of the infected city. As the spirits hover over the various individuals under her haze, their mere presence is enough to bring them back to reality and force them out of their hallucinations. In coming to their senses, the various groups of people register incoming chaos of the situation and attempt to run for their lives. The monster in the... Oh, it's that song again that gets in the way. The monster in the sky is seen string up in his floating position, seemingly angered by the recent transgression.
I see, you're mad, aren't you? With just a little push, I'm able to prove you wrong once again. Yes, there are times when we become consumed by greed, it's only natural. We all want something in the life, and we all want desperately to attain it, but that doesn't mean we'll let that fall short of who we really are. We are greedy. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's fine to be greedy as long as we restrain ourselves from hurting others in the process.
True. Looking at you, Bezos, you are not doing that, that's for sure.
That's what you demons don't understand. You lack compassion, apathy.
In response to this, the demon charges another laser from its mouth and shoots it directly at the girl. Wendy can dodge this blow along with the incoming others, while simultaneously building up as much spirit power as possible. I wonder if she can use both Theft Nut and Shoe at the same time for... Also, I just realized something. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work like that.
I can hear it. The echoes and the prayers of people who want me to stop you that need to be to save them. But not only that. I can hear it too. Silvia! I can hear you.
Of course. Of course. Footsteps can be heard echoing the distance as the girl in question runs straight into the line of fire, not paying any mind to her safety.
I just need to get a bit closer.
No, you don't. Hibiki thinks of this as the spirits around her setting a path for her forward. She grabs around her neck and takes hold of the silvery ankh placed around it. This ankh is not the same one she was previously going to give to her precious big sister, but her own personal ankh, the one she wears at all the times. After a few moments of running, Wendy is seen coming into her line of vision. She edges closer and closer as the demonic figure starts stirring up even more frustration in the sky.
I won't lose. I can't lose to a good once again. Not to some fucking girl.
This loud screech causes Wendy to smirk. As the demon charges one more giant green ball of energy to be shot from its mouth, it prepares to eradicate the girl where she stands.
You're right. I'm just a girl. However,
Yeah, as you would be able to throw it far enough.
that's not all I am.
Wendy charges a swarm of flaming blue spirit energy around her. At the same time, not being able to reach Wendy in time, Hibiki decides the best course of action is to throw the silver ankh in her immediate vicinity.
I'll show you the full extent of my true power.
Wendy screams out, her overflowing spirit energy taking full effect as the ankh reaches her line of vision. Impulsively and without any hesitation, she punches the ankh with every last inch of her being. Punches it away because it's getting in the way. The ankh then shockingly absorbs the accumulated spirit magic, concentrating a ball of cosmic and blue energy and shoots her own supersonic laser toward the inflated demon. So the ankh was not necessary for anything here. Because she shot a laser anyway. Once again, Hibiki useless. Greed's energy beam shoots toward downwards. Oh yeah, because greed. Meeting Wendy's in the middle. Okay. The green beam is met with a clash as Wendy's blue energy beam meets it at a standstill in the middle of the sky. This should be animated, by the way. Wendy's shining blue energy overpowers the latter. Now consuming the dark green energy, the demon is left helpless as the blue energy beam completely consumes its eyes. After a few seconds of the blinding blue light covering the sky, the demon that once invaded the clouds was turned to nothing but ash. And it's all because Wendy accumulated enough power in herself to be able to unleash a laser beam. The demonic entity's body had been completely vaporized, leaving nothing but the radiating blue sky to cascade over the green earth. Not over a gap. What? As the cosmic order of Maat would say it. What?
God riddance.
Wendy pants out her as her blue aura drops in its magnitude. The smoke from the explosion covers the sky, and the blue energy that was dispelled from the attack dispenses across the city, completely eradicating the effects of greed. This caused the victor to feel her efforts had earned her enough reason to reward herself by collapsing on the pavement below her. Why do we have to see this one? Hibiki says, now finally catching up to the collapsed woman. Hibiki looks down, the collapsed warrior, her hands raised to the air, as she screams out in a shock. I'm not saying that. Stop using phrases from other languages, you dumb bass! Hibiki screams out in a terror, feeling she may have been too late.
You wouldn't help with anything anyway, like, piss off.
Wendy, with what little strength she has, looks up at the paranoid nun.
Don't worry, fine. Just tired a bit as well. Where is Silvia? She's more important for.
Wendy says, mustering up a smile.
Thank goodness.
Hibiki says with tears forming her eyes. The pair continue to smile at each other when they notice Sister Silvia running up to them.
There you two are. That monster was getting way too big, but I see you were able to stop him somehow.
Silvia says as she examines the situation. She then looks over to Hibiki before continuing.
I still couldn't help but get yourself involved, Hibiki, even though you were useless as always. You Your help didn't really add anything to this battle if you think about it. Well, of course. I couldn't just let Mayonnaise fight all by herself. What the fuck are you talking about?
You threw a cross. You were in this fight for a second. Out of, I don't know, 10 hours? And you tell that you couldn't help her fight all by herself. Are you kidding me? Your involvement basically doesn't exist. Shut the hell up, Hibiki. The older sister smiles at this before knocking the girl lightly on the head. Silvia did more than you.
Whatever you say.
Ridiculous. The two girls share a lap before the book. The older one is holding suddenly consumed by a green aura. After a few moments of what seems to be stirring, the book calms down.
I see. So it did end up sealing it then. Oh! We had better get back to the chair so she may heal. We'll have to deal with a lot of backlash of today's events, so the sooner we turn to the chair, the better.
Silvia says, staring at the two girls in front of her.
Sounds good.
Shut the hell up, Hibiki. Wendy attempts to rest her mind in hopes the greed is the worst of the sins to come. Oh boy. No. No. Come on, even Greed was saying he was the weakest. But technically, supposedly, we dealt with two already, right? Because supposedly, somehow, the sand guy that was controlled by Michel. Yes, I do it on purpose. Was supposedly a sin as well. And then 4 girls can be seen scrubbing away the dirt of their skin in a secluded bathhouse.
Seriously, how did I end up here anyways? What do you mean releasing me?
Hibiki interjects, sitting right beside Wendy as she scrubs a cloth filled with bathing soap on her arm. Dude, I truly need to get, like, some voice changer software. And for characters like Hibiki, I would somehow try to create the most annoying change of... Anyway. Wendy does the same, and after Wait, stop. Hibiki interjects. He's sitting right beside Wendy as she scrubs a cloth filled with bathing soap on her arm. Right. Wendy does the same, and after a moment she proceeds to use the handheld shower to rinse herself clean.
It's just I'm not used to showering with other people.
Which makes sense.
And why does the church have such a big bathhouse within it anyway?
I know, but the blondie seems into it as well. Wendy says as the two individuals to her left pique their interest in the topic.
This cathedral was only built recently. The construction had been laid out on top of an old onsen inn that went out of business a few years ago.
I call bullshit. I bet the church had already that plan. And they ruined the onsen. Of course they did. Dude. How dare they? On another note, why is there a Windows 10 update? What is going on? Why is there an update? What? Why? You were supposed to not be doing anything anymore. Oi! Okay, so one of the updates does not really state what this is about. Actually, I guess I could check. Dude, I'm totally doing this right now. I want to know. What does this do? This one is a security update that resolves 57 security vulnerabilities. Wow. And what about the other one? I think it's the same thing, kind of. Okay, yeah, it's basically something similar. Device to get rid of the... Yeah, get rid of the problems from the security area. Alright, that's what we are supposed to be getting at Windows 10 still.
This cathedral... Okay. This is the first church under our domination we're able to open in Japan.
Japan is falling. Silvia interjects, scrubbing away like the others.
With how you carry yourself usually, one would think you'd be far above dealing of humility to your renewed body. And besides, we are hidden anyway, as there is lots of foam around.
Anyway, Gilda points out who's sitting beside Silvia. Wendy grew a vein on the side of her cheek before biting back.
I didn't say I was embarrassed, I just said I'm used to it.
I think it would be fine to be embarrassed. Wendy says this while hearing the arrogant sisters laughing echo the bathhouse.
Onissimo, let me watch your back!
You keep your dirty hands to yourself!
Oh yeah, sure.
Why would you say that? Hibiki begins scrubbing away at Wendy's back with Gilda doing the same to Silvia.
But that's it, me. Women who go around showing their bodies to the public are often the most abashed when it comes to their actual figure.
I mean, it's not something a nun should be caring about to be environment. For instance, I would never wear such tight and revealing clothing to entice onlookers because I already know I have a body that would knock the guy out the park. Nah. But you keep telling that to yourself. That's not Silvia saying that. It's the other one. The blondie. The Gilda. What's the name? Yeah, Gilda. Gilda says, referring to her modestly small bust size. Which means she's a no-no.
You shouldn't even be thinking like that. You're a nun after all.
No, Silvia. Silvia interjects before the girls are interrupted by the smallest of the group.
But it's ridiculous. Yes, unless one may wear revealing clothing here and there, but this...
She's not wearing revealing clothing. What are you talking about?
But that means she has low confidence. She's simply proud to showcase her amazing body to the world.
And you shut up. Wendy closed her eyes, scrubbing away and trying to tune out the current conversation. You should have not went to that place to begin with.
Amazing body, you give that girl too much credit, Hibiki.
You give too much credit yourself.
But it's true, I mean, just look.
Once Hibiki says this, she abruptly grabs Wendy somewhere she should not have. Because why would she? Wendy's eyes jotted open in shock. Punch her, please punch her. Just smash her head against the tiles in that bathhouse.
Hibiki, you piece of shit! Where do you think you're touching?
Wendy says in a fast tone. The girl in question pays her no mind, however, as her hands are not stopping.
Oh wow! Your skin is a lot softer than I thought you'd be... whatever.
Just kill her. No hesitation. We are not losing anything, Hibiki says as she continues.
See, Gilda, she may be modest, but Nesma has a perfect and beautiful form that no person could ever truly resist.
Gilda looks at them in a shock.
Eh? Well, size isn't everything. I agree, but the softness texture of a woman's chest is definitely a key factor. You and your itty-bitties couldn't compare.
Like you could compare as well.
Eh? But you are smaller than me. Okay, whatever. Silvia at least has way better chest than either of you two. You said yourself, so I said it. I'm sure mine someone's chest feels better than hers.
Whose chest feels better? Why do we have this? Why do we have that feel? Why do we have this conversation right now? Also, who is giving the answer? Wendy? I'm assuming Wendy. I mean, for me it's Wendy always, so she's the best girl. Hibiki suddenly hit with a furious chop to the head, having her land straight on her butt. Finally! Jesus Christ!
Knock it off already, you dumb bitch!
Wendy yells after reclining her fist back to her slide. The pair of sisters to her left holds different expressions. The older of the two seems unaffected by the events that transpired. The other one, on the other hand, holds a more bashful and bewildered expression.
Don't you think you were a bit too hard on her?
Fuck no! You call that too hard? I will knock her head out of her freaking neck by now. She deserves... Dude. Silvia asks, rubbing her hair with a soap.
I have no sympathy for perverts.
Wendy says as an unconscious Hibiki is seen mumbling herself as floating spirits begin circling her head. There is a pause for a moment. Finish her!
So how did you end up defeating Great Miss Wendy? Oh, that. Let me recall. I had lost my sword after he used his ability to fling it across the city. I had needed something to concentrate all my energy towards. And then I remembered something Father Isaac had told me when I arrived this morning.
What?
Good morning, Miss Wendy.
Good morning. How are you, Father?
She asks rather melancholy. The father shows a light smile on his face before replying.
I'm doing fine this morning, thank you.
Wendy blinks twice at his sudden perplexed expression.
Is something the matter?
No, nothing. Just... I thought you'd be wearing this.
Wearing what?
Oh, it's really not my business, tell. Hibiki seemed very excited to deliver it to you all. She probably didn't have a chance to yet.
After hearing this, Wendy is left with a blank on what the spunky little nun was enticing to give to her. Who cares?
And that's that.
Okay, that's bullshit. Wendy finishes off. Silvia doesn't seem satisfied yet, so she proceeds to interject a bit more.
For me, but I don't see how that helped in your victory against greed.
It didn't.
Oh, well, like I said, I need something to consider my firepower, and it turned out that what Hibiki had wanted to give me was an ankh. But that didn't help you in the slightest!
You collected the energy from all around the city or whatever. Like, stop bullshitting us right now.
It all happened so quickly, but during the last moments of the battle, my mind quickly concluded that this ankh was a holy artifact similar to her white dress.
Dudes, you are feeding us bullshit right now.
And since her dress can withhold a vast amount of spirit magic, I thought that ankh would be no different.
Bullshit. Silvia takes in the information before nodding her head.
I see. So use the ankh she provided to concentrate your power and destroy the demon with a beam of condensed spirit energy.
Yes, everything is correct, aside from the ankh. Again, what are you talking about? You literally remembered about Seth telling you to search for the spirits around because they are all around. And you literally search for them all around the city. The fucking ankh has nothing to do with it. Dude! Why are you changing the freaking story? Ridiculous.
Spirit Flash!
Flash her freaking face off. The girl's conversation is brought to a halt when the sister mercifully unconscious between the screams out the newly appointed name while striking a pose.
Oh, Spirit Flash. That's pretty cool. No, I didn't. She just aimed all your attacks now, doesn't she? I saw that light beam from within the church. It was pretty cool. A highly concentrated blue energy beam. Like Goku's Kamehameha. No, I'd say it's more like Ultraman. No, it's a little Dragon Ball. Well, I do lean more to Tokusatsu, so... See?
After girls completed... Wait, did Gilda just say it was pretty cool? After the girls completed their showers, they can all be seen walking the church changing room in the bathrobes. The pair of sisters are each taking care of their feminine needs, one blow drying their hair, while the other applies various lotions on her skin. Lotions? What's that? Why would you do that?
In a case you really came at the nick of time back there, I owe you one. The flashback to Seth.
Me?
Of course not. Of course not you. What are you, dumb?
She's. Hibiki takes a moment to register what the older woman has to say, but once the realization hits her, her signature blush springs across her face.
No, don't worry about it. You're the one who did all the heavy lifting.
Yes, you are correct in that. Literally, she's done everything.
I just want to provide some support for you all.
Was not needed.
In case, you do have a talent for showing up to places at the right time. Not just today, but back in Cairo you did a lot to help retrieve the kidnappers as well.
How? With what? What are you talking about? You're saying bullshit again.
Yeah, I heard about the two. For someone who's not even a Demigoddess, you have been pulling your weight as of recently.
No, she's not! The girl is shocked by the recent remarks of approval from her fellow sisters. She's not the only one, because she's not been doing any of that. Her eyes look down to the corner of the room as she attempts to conceal her blush. Who cares?
But she thinks you do, but I'm not.
Yeah, you're right, you are not. Wendy looks directly at the small girl as she examines her red face. She concludes that she must not be used to receiving such a praise. Yeah, because she doesn't deserve it. Feeling a new sense of pride overtake her, Wendy brings her hand forward and places it on the younger sister's head.
You've done well today, Hibiki. She's done like nothing!
Ridiculous. Now reaching her limit, the sister can be seen fuming with smoke from her head. Oh my god, I hope she burns then. Her skin is shining as red as an apple as she stumbles over herself.
I need...
These are the last words she can be heard saying before passing like a Looney Tune character. Can't stand her.
Wow, she got so excited she passed out.
Wendy, now finished with her after-shower routine, carries the sister on her back before heading to the exit.
I'll carry back to the room. You two have a good night then.
The pair of sisters bid their farewell to the friendly goddess exiting the changing room. Throw her into some dumpster or whatever. Silvia's mind lingers upon the events of the day, solidifying a newfound respect she had for the blue-haired maiden, one she hopes she can get to know a little better as time goes on. Let's go, Silvia. Gilda was also pondering us. Looking at the door the two had just exited through, she took notice of how companionable the two girls had looked.
They look pretty cute together, don't you think, sister? Definitely not.
Gilda grabs onto a towel by the dresser. The pair stare at the exit as Silvia takes a moment to think over the words Gilda had just muttered before a small smile starts appearing on her lips.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, don't forget to throw Hibiki into the dumpster, because that's where she belongs. Chapter 18. What? Why did we jump backwards with the chapters? What? See, we were at chapter 19 right now. How? What? You messed up the numbering, Death. you messed up the numbering. Anyway, let's end the episode. That was neat until you tried to, or should I say, until you forced Hibiki to somehow become like a very important part of the fight, which she wasn't. Alright, let's end the video. I'm gonna go pick up quickly 2 packages. I have yet to get 2 more, but I guess at least I can that way get one of the lockers in the parcel locker freed up. Or maybe 2 lockers, because who knows if they packed it into 1 or 2. Probably 2. What else? Hope you enjoyed. As always, consider liking the video and subscribing if you're new around. I sometimes get annoyed by some characters. That's for sure. And Hibiki is one of them. But other than that, I also like characters like Wendy. Also, this window is kinda messed up, isn't it? Do you see, like, at the frame, the lower part of it? It's kinda not in one line. It's like in a few lines, I would say. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Wendy, hero, she soloed the Sin of Greed. I'm gonna be saying still she soloed it. Again, there was a little flashback to the situation where Seth told her or told her to look for the spirits deeper, on the deeper level, sort of, because they are all around. She did that, she got the energy from those spirits, and she was able to unleash the freaking attack. Magical attack. The Ankh had nothing to do with it. End of story. So let's end the video as well. I wish you a fantastic day. Bye bye.